The role of railways in connecting masses to mainstream has been pivotal, as it has successfully been able to provide a platform through which movement of people and goods is seamless and does not hinder economic participation, and instead serves to enhance vibrant economic production and trade. In addition, it proves to be a medium for enhancing the social connectivity, which is far more important to countries like India, where there is unity in diversity, and of supreme importance to provinces like Kashmir, which have been alienated due to wrong notions and misunderstandings at different stages of history, and of course, due to geographical barriers. Though the possibility of joining the beautiful and picturesque valley of Kashmir with the remaining Indian railway network was explored towards the end of the 19th century, it remained a dream till the project was announced in 1992.
Initially, we had a railway link up to from Sialkot to Jammu. Maybe it would move forward, then came the partition, and rail development in this sector was given up earlier.
Raja Pratap Singh of Kashmir, he had visualized connecting the Jammu region to Kashmir Valley in 1898, and today it is almost 114 years after that the dream is coming to a reality.
Against all odds, including those of topography, a dream project was conceived by the Government of India in 1992 to take the train to the Valley of Kashmir through the rugged mountain ranges of Pir Panjal. After declaring the Jammu-Udhampur-Srinagar-Baramulla Rail Link JUSBRL project as a national project, Kashmiris began to believe that this miracle of bringing in train to Kashmir may happen now. This 340-kilometer long railway line joining the Kashmir Valley with the Indian Railways network has been declared as a project of national importance. Out of this, work of survey, design and construction of 176-kilometer stretch has been entrusted to IRCON International Limited. This is the largest project in progress in terms of vision and implementation anywhere in the world. The first portion of this national project, the Jammu-Udhampur Rail Link, was completed and dedicated to the nation in April 2005 by the Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh. Work on Rail Link, that is, Udhampur-Srinagar-Baramulla, is in progress simultaneously at different work sites. The entire length of the track will be 292 kilometers and will consist of 165 major bridges, 690 minor bridges, 30 stations and 120.44 kilometers of tunnels. In order to expedite its completion and considering the magnitude of the task on hand, this project has been split into 3 legs, that are Leg 1 Udhampur-Katra, Leg 2 Katra-Khazigund and Leg 3 Khazigund-Baramulla sections. The daunting task of laying the railway line by piercing into high mountains from Dharam to Khazigund is a big challenge, which has been acknowledged by IRCON International Limited.
IRCON International Limited, a Government of India undertaking under Ministry of Railway, have taken this challenge to assist for building of this national project of Khazigund-Baramulla Rail Link project.
IRCON International Limited, a reputed construction company, was the first to get the ISO 9001-2000 certification from TUV Germany for its full range of construction activities. It is the only construction PSU awarded with a mini Ratna status by the Government of India. During its 37 years of expertise, IRCON completed more than 280 landmark infrastructure projects in India and 90 projects across the globe, namely Algeria, Angola, Bangladesh, Indonesia, Iran, Iraq, Jordan, Malaysia, Nepal, Nigeria, Saudi Arabia, Tanzania, Turkey, United Kingdom, Zambia, Mozambique, Ethiopia, Sri Lanka and Brazil. The 68-kilometer stretch of the line from Dharam to Qazigund stands awarded to IRCON. The work is expected to be completed by 2018. This stretch falls through uncharted territory and requires the construction of about 170 kilometers of access roads. Of this, 65 kilometers of access roads have already been constructed. There will be 15 major, 65 minor bridges and 43 kilometers of tunnel link. The estimated cost of this stretch is 7,250 crore rupees, while 2,950 crore rupees have already been spent.
Earlier attempts, due to the paucity of fund and technical difficulties, because it's passing through the Himalayan range, so it had its own problem in conceptualizing the even line.
Constructing tunnels through this difficult terrain would be challenging for IRCON, as the whole route crosses through major earthquake zone. In fact, the entire terrain falls in seismic zone 5 area, which is considered geographically the most prone to earthquakes.
This is located in zone 5, which is a earthquake zone 5, and this is one of the vulnerable points.
IRCON has engaged more than 150 engineers in this section, and engineers are from all the states of the country, and it is acting like a mini India.
The entire area has seen the worst earthquakes of human history and is subjected to extreme temperatures of cold and heat. The special feature of this section is that 80% of the track will be covered by tunnels and 12% by bridges, thus leaving only 8% open. The contracts for earthwork, minor bridges, buildings and ballast collection, etc. are being entrusted to local Kashmiri contractors. The year 2012 ended on a resounding note for IRCON with the successful completion of the construction of Banihal-Qazigund section of Dharam-Qazigund-Baramulla rail link. This is a most singular achievement not only for the Northern Railways but for the entire country. This 11.216 kilometer long Pir Panjal tunnel, the longest transportation tunnel in India and the second longest in Asia, has come up after piercing through the Pir Panjal range below the snow line. This tunnel is now ready for connecting Qazigund, the last southern town of Kashmir Valley, with Banihal, the last northeastern town of Jammu province. A couple of red color coaches have been smoothly running on the Qazigund-Baramulla section of the project since 2009. The 119-kilometer long Qazigund-Baramulla section falls in the Kashmir Valley. Though there are no tunnels in this section, heavy bridging across the tributaries to River Jhelum, canals and the roads has been tastefully constructed. This section has 62 major and 645 minor bridges and 15 railway stations. The maximum height of a bridge is 22 meters in this section and the longest span is 45 meters. The total cost of this section was estimated at 3,495 crore rupees, including cost of land and physical work amounting to 2,400 crore rupees. The DEMU coaches were transported to the valley by road using specially modified road trailers. The work on this section was completed in 2008 and was commissioned in parts. The 25-kilometer Kakapura-Budgam section became functional on 11th October 2008 when the first train was inaugurated by the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Dr. Manmohan Singh, and thrown open to the public. This day was of great significance for the local populace. Children had a great day, and women and elders felt thrilled to see two pairs of red-color 8-coach diesel-electric multiple-unit trains chugging on this section. The Mazhama-Baramulla stretch was made functional on 14th February 2009 and was inaugurated by the UPA chairperson Srimati Sonia Gandhi. Again, the Qazigund-Anantnag stretch was inaugurated by the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Dr. Manmohan Singh, and thrown open to the public on 28 October 2009.
With this connectivity of valley to the nation of Banihal, there will be important landmark connecting the Kashmir people to the Jammu region, and this line is going to bring in lot of socio-economic improvement in the life of the people of valley.
The primary importance is national integration, emotional integration and physical integration of Jammu and Kashmir state with the rest of the country.
Economic integration in real sense will take place once Kashmir Valley is connected with rest part of the country. Indian Railways and Aircon definitely handle too many obstacles. They have put in lots of hard work and professional acumen has been put in to make this project reality, at least in Kashmir Valley.
After its completion, this project is going to give a considerable boost to the development and economy of the state.
We are grateful to Irkan who have taken up this project and executed it at a very speedier pace. It will have very huge impact, social impact, economic.
ट्रेन जब कनेक्ट हो जाएगी तो सीधी सी बात है कि ये सेब हमारा आसानी तरीके से वहाँ तक पहुँच जाएगा।
मैं एक कंट्रैक्टर के हैसियत से काम कर रहा हूँ। काफ़ी मैं जब जाता था बारामूला सोमो में जाना पड़ता था, बस से जाना पड़ता था, काफ़ी किराया भी लगता था। जब से ये शुरू हुई है तब से बिल्कुल सस्ते में पड़ता है, हमारे लिए भी बिल्कुल मुफीद है ये।
Some of the salient features of the project are: the Pir Panjal Tunnel is a work of pioneering nature, being the longest transport tunnel in India. The quantum of work involves 1 million cubic meters of underground excavation. 11.216 kilometer long tunnel is completely straight in almost north-south direction. Maximum overburden is approximately 1150 meter. The tunnel is 440 meters lower than the road tunnel and will be much less vulnerable to snow. Tunnel is being provided with properly conceived ventilation, firefighting and monitoring systems. Internationally best inputs have been availed for design, instrumentation and supervision. 774 meter adit is reaching the junction at 2750 meter and isolates soft ground. The shaft with 12 meter dia and 55 meter depth isolates 600 meter north end tunnel. These will also assist in the ventilation during construction and operation.
With the completion of Kazikund Banihal, Kashmir Valley is connected to Jammu province, and people will be much benefited because in snow season, Jawhar Tunnel, the road tunnel, often closes due to snowfall. But with the opening of Kazikund Banihal, this problem will be sorted out.
This project has many firsts attached to it. The longest transport tunnel in the country, first large-scale use of new Austrian tunneling method in India, first use of lattice girders and high-strength shotcrete on IR, first use of special tunneling excavators on IR tunnel, highest extent of tunneling on alignment on IR, deepest drill holes for geotechnical investigations. The advantages of this railway line will be far more than providing an all-weather transport facility to the Valley of Kashmir, which is snowbound for a significant part of the year as enclosed on all sides by mountains. Snowy peaks, frozen lakes and chilling cold is what the world understands when we talk of winter in Kashmir.
कहीं भी लैंडस्लाइड आ जाती तो हम एग्ज़ाम पर नहीं पहुंच सकते थे, तो यहाँ से हमें काफ़ी ज़्यादा नज़दीक आ रहा है कि हमें 20 मिनट का या 25 मिनट का सफ़र पड़ रहा है यहाँ से काजीगुंड तक, यहाँ श्रीनगर तक।
मेरा नाम गुलाम मोहम्मद डार है, मैं बानाल विलेज क्रावा का रहने वाला हूँ। हमारे आंगन के सामने से ये रेलवे जो जा रहा है, ये हमको ख्वाब ख्याल नहीं था कि कहीं रेलवे यहाँ आएगा, लेकिन गवर्नमेंट की और इनकान वालों ने बहुत दिलचस्पी से काम किया।
और इसका ये हमें ये फ़ायदा है कि हमारे बच्चे लोग श्रीनगर जा सकते हैं, यहाँ से आगे भी कन्याकुमारी जा सकते हैं।
Kashmir, it has often been said for centuries, is an indefinable beauty. Noted travelers and historians felt it is nature's blessing to the universe. Yet for ages, human endeavor has invested efforts to interact with Kashmir's beauty, explore it, and describe and highlight it to the outside world. Kashmir is the most beautiful place on earth, as defined by Mughal Emperor Jahangir through this couplet. Agar Firdaus bar ruh zami ast, hami asto, hami asto, hami ast. If there is a paradise on earth, it's here, and it's here. Situated in the extreme north of India and lying in the North Himalayan region, the paradise stands 1585 to 1829 meters high from sea level. A thick forest cover of sycamore, alpine flowers, silver birch, fir and pine makes the track more picturesque. And in April, the stretches of apple tree orchards full of white flowers on their top speak volumes. On the left of the track from Kazigund to Baramulla, it offers adventure in the form of treks, sledging, angling, alpine skiing and whitewater rafting. While taking a ride from Kazigund to Baramulla by train, we touch or come closer to many famous places on both sides of the track, which are of great historic significance. These places may take you down in history, spanning about 3 centuries. Verinag, a spring of world fame, is the source of river Jhelum and falls on the right of the tunnel opening in the valley. Avantipura again reminds you of the great king Avantivarman, who founded it and built 2 temples here. Pampore reminds you of the last queen of Kashmir, Habba Khatun, whose native village falls adjacent to Pampore. Pampore is also known for the production of world-famous saffron. On the left side of the track near Naugam Srinagar station, a busy road leads to a famous shrine of noted Sufi saint Hazrat Sheikh Nuruddin Wali, the founder of Rishi cult, situated in the town of Charar-e-Sharif. After crossing the airport road at Humhama, at Mazhama, the track intersects Srinagar-Gulmarg Road, which leads to this tourist place of world fame, Hanjivera. It turned to be a battlefield between the armies of Mughals and the king of Kashmir Ghazi Chak in 1557 AD, where the Mughal army was badly defeated by the Chak army.
हम जहाँ पर खड़े हैं ये तारीखी अहमियत का मैदान था जहाँ से रेलवे ट्रैक गुजर रहा है। इस मैदान में गाजी शाह चक की फ़ौजों और अकबर आज़म की फ़ौजों के दरमियान गमसान का रण पड़ा।
Pattan is another historically famous town on the left of the Srinagar-Baramulla track, where remains of the temples built by Raja Shankar Varman can be seen. Tapar falls on the left of the track and is famous for the 7th century temple and fort of Maharaja Pratap Swami. Sopore is another town named after a minister of Raja Avantivarman, Suya. This town is the commercial center of the valley and the biggest fruit center. The historic and most ancient city of Baramulla stands at the tail end of the track until the Baramulla-Kupwara rail link gets a nod.
हम चाहते हैं कि ये रेलवे प्रोजेक्ट जो है ये कपवाड़ा तक जाए, जो बाकी यहाँ पर सिटीज़ हैं, बाकी टाउन्स हैं, वो भी इस रेलवे प्रोजेक्ट के जुड़ जाए ताकि एक ओवरऑल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन यहाँ पर कारी हो।
This town, called Varmul by Kashmiris, is as old as the Valley of Kashmir and was founded by Raja Bhimasena in 2306 BC. During the Buddhist period, Baramulla was at the zenith of its glory. Soon after the Buddhist council at Pataliputra, Ashoka the Great introduced Buddhism in Kashmir. The 4th Buddhist council was held in Kashmir in Kanishka's time. Huensang found and studied the records of its proceedings maintained in different libraries. He states that the council was attended by nearly 500 selected and deserving monk scholars from the world over. J&K Tourism Department has decided to develop a Buddhist tourist circuit of Kashmir. The state government has earmarked 20 million rupees for the first phase of preservation and developmental plans of 2 monasteries in Kashmir, at Harwan in Srinagar and at Ushkara in Baramulla.
Bodh Gaya received the pilgrim tourists from all over the world for its prominence as a Buddhist center. This will get repeated at Baramulla, which happens to be the 4th Buddhist Council site, and this will be a very favorite place for those visitors who are keen to know about the ancient history of Kashmir through Bodh Gaya, which has a spread as far as Kashmir.
पिलग्रिम टूरिज्म जो है आज तक नज़रअंदाज हुआ था, और रेलवे के शुरू होने से लगता है कि उस पिलग्रिम टूरिज्म की तरफ ध्यान दिया जाएगा।
जो यहाँ पर मर्कज़ी सरकार ने रेलवे लाइन लाई है, इससे बारामूला की खुशहाली में भी इजाफा होगा और सयाहत के जो भी ज़ायरीन आएंगे यहाँ पर, उससे भी यहाँ पर बहुत तरक्की हो जाएगी।
Kashmir is renowned the world over for its cottage and small industries, especially handicrafts. Carpets, the luxury furnishings, woolen and pashmina shawls, gabbas, namdas, paper mache, baskets, wood carving and copperware. The first shawls which reached Europe were bought by Napoleon, who presented the same to Empress Josephine. Since that time, shawls became fashionable. Willow trees are found in abundance in Kashmir and form the basic raw material for cricket bats. The Khatam Band has a worldwide fame and is a typical craftsmanship of Kashmir. Ircon International Limited has proved to be sensitive towards the same. The ceiling of the main station of Naugam in Srinagar is a beautiful instance of the Khatam Band work. Wood carving is another craft, and carving in chinar wood has its own significance. Social projects have also been a priority for Ircon International Limited during the construction of rail line in Kashmir. We can see ambulances plying on the valley roads with serious patients in order to get timely and specialized medical care. One cannot but praise the worth of professionals of railways who are successfully surmounting the challenge step by step. It gives one much more enjoyment of the wonderful landscapes and paddy fields, besides a unique experience of travelling on the paradise on earth. The chugging of train across the state from Baramulla to Jammu would not only give a great solace to the students of the state studying in educational institutions outside, but to the security personnel who would also travel to their native places.
If a straightway get into one train which takes him one day to Kanyakumari, such a relief. But many middle-level traders can be benefited a lot.
This project is not an end in itself, but the beginning of new vistas of trade. Restore broken bonds. Revisit lost destinations. Travel across paradise. Journey through tranquility. Explore enchantment. On the train in Kashmir.